What if I told you 1975 wasn't just about Queen or Bruce Springsteen? Hidden between the biggest names of the decade were one-hit wonders that delivered timeless songs, then quietly disappeared. Today, we're bringing back 10 of those forgotten hits. Some you'll recognize instantly, others might stop you in your tracks. Stick around. This is 1975 like you've never heard it before.
Need a hand, we all need some.
10. Don't call us, we'll call you.
We'll call you.
Sugarloaf. By 1975, Sugarloaf had already tasted success once with Green-Eyed Lady.
You remember the all-night creature from Stereo 92?
But no one expected them to return with a song openly mocking the music industry itself. Inspired by being brushed off by Columbia Records, the band recorded this track in Denver, layering phone call snippets, sound effects, and a sly imitation of a CBS executive. The result? A sarcastic, funky blues rock hit that peaked at number 9, their second and final major success. After that, Sugarloaf faded from the charts. But this song remains a perfect example of turning rejection into a hit. Sometimes the best revenge really is a catchy hook.
You may hear this one too before, so you know.
9. Poetry Man. Phoebe Snow. This didn't come from a big studio machine. Poetry Man was quiet, raw, and unmistakably personal. Recorded in New York City with a small group of musicians, the song blended folk, jazz, and soft rock into something confident enough to leave space. And silence. Critics praised Phoebe Snow's songwriting and vocal control, though she never matched this chart success again. She spent her career making music on her own terms. Poetry Man remains her quiet masterpiece, powerful because it never tries to shout. 8. 18 with a Bullet. Pete Wingfield.
I may be an oldie, but I'm a goodie.
This one wasn't flashy, but it was clever. Pete Wingfield was a producer and session musician, not a pop star.
Come on, let's make out.
I'm high on.
But in 1975, his smooth, retro soul track about climbing the charts did something remarkable. The lyrics mention reaching number 18 with a bullet.
Talking about you.
And that's exactly where the song landed on the Billboard Hot 100. For a brief moment, the joke became reality. Wingfield never chased pop fame again. He returned to producing, content to let one quietly brilliant hit speak for itself.
We're raising a whole LP.
7. Love Won't Let Me Wait. Major Harris. In the summer of 1975, slow jams didn't get smoother than this. Soft strings, warm horns, a falsetto that glided effortlessly. Before going solo, Major Harris was part of the Delphonics, pioneers of Philadelphia soul. When he recorded this track at Sigma Sound Studios with producer Bobby Eli, everything clicked. Romantic without rushing, passionate without forcing it. The song reached number 5, becoming Harris's defining moment, and it still shows up on love song playlists nearly 50 years later. 6. Dreamweaver. Gary Wright.
I've just closed my.
Few songs captured the mid-70s mood like this. Ethereal, atmospheric, almost otherworldly. Gary Wright had played keyboards with Spooky Tooth and contributed to George Harrison's solo work. But Dreamweaver was something entirely different.
Cross the highways of fantasy.
Inspired by a spiritual book he read during a trip to India, Wright recorded the song in Los Angeles using only synthesizers, ARP synths, and a drum machine.
Coming soon.
No guitars at all. Released in late 1975, it climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the earliest pop hits built entirely on synths, years before synth pop took over. Quick question. Which of these songs do you remember hearing on the radio? Did any of them take you back to a specific place or moment? Or is there another forgotten gem from 1975 we missed? Drop it in the comments. We're reading every one. 5. Magic. Pilot. This song was everywhere in 1975. Radio, commercials, school dances. Bright, catchy, and impossibly polished.
I love a sunny day.
Magic felt effortless. Pilot formed in Edinburgh, Scotland, made up of seasoned musicians who'd spent years as session players. When they stepped into the spotlight, they delivered a surprise hit that stuck instantly. The track was recorded at Abbey Road Studios, produced by Alan Parsons. Fresh off his work with Pink Floyd, his clean cinematic production gave even light pop a sense of scale. Shifting trends and label issues eventually pushed Pilot off the charts, but Magic remains a perfectly preserved moment from the mid-70s.
Never been away, hey. Never seen a day.
4. Lovin' You. Minnie Riperton.
Is out of love and you.
Nothing on the radio in 1975 sounded like this. Lovin' You floated above everything else. Soft, intimate, almost weightless.
Made my life so beautiful, and every day of
What began as a lullaby Minnie Riperton sang to her baby daughter, Maya, became something extraordinary. Her husband, songwriter Richard Rudolph,
no one else can make me feel the color.
helped shape it into a full track. They recorded it at Studio M in Chicago, a modest studio that perfectly matched the song's fragile feel.
Ooh, I'm more in love with you.
In April 1975, Lovin' You reached number 1, carried by Riperton's astonishing 5-octave range
Loving you, I see.
and those signature high notes that still stop people cold. She continued recording until her passing in 1979. But this song remains her defining moment, a deeply personal melody that somehow touched millions worldwide. 3. Sky High. Jigsaw Sky High felt massive. Far bigger than the band behind it. Driven by dramatic strings, disco-era rhythm, and Des Dyer's soaring falsetto. The song blended soft rock and orchestral pop into something that stuck immediately. Jigsaw had been around for years before this moment, but Sky High, recorded at Decca Studios in London, finally broke through. It reached number 3 in the US, cracked the top 10 in over a dozen countries, and became one of 1975's most recognizable anthems. They tried to follow it, but nothing ever came close again. 2. Fallen in Love. Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds. This song floated out of every car window in the summer of 1975. Fallen in Love was pure California soft rock, warm harmonies, gentle keyboards, and an easygoing romantic glow that felt effortless. What most people didn't realize, by the time the song became a hit, Reynolds was no longer even in the group. Dan Hamilton and Joe Frank Carano brought in a new member, but kept the name for familiarity. And it worked. The track reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming their defining moment. Recorded at ABC Dunhill Studios in Los Angeles. The song struck a perfect balance between sentiment and simplicity. Follow-ups came and went, but nothing ever matched the charm or momentum of this one. For a brief moment in 1975, this was the sound of falling in love and disappearing just as fast. 1. How long? Ace. How long has this been going on? It's one of those songs that never truly left the airwaves, even if the band behind it did. Ace formed in Sheffield, England. Fronted by a young Paul Carrack, whose smooth, effortless vocal gave How Long its cool, understated charm. But despite what most listeners assumed, this wasn't a heartbreak song. The lyrics were actually about betrayal of a different kind. The band's bassist secretly rehearsing with another group. Not romantic drama, just band tension set to a perfect melody. The track was recorded at Rockfield Studios in Wales, the same place Queen would soon record Bohemian Rhapsody. Released in early 1975, How Long climbed to #3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Then Ace faded almost as quietly as they arrived. Carrack, of course, didn't. He went on to sing with Squeeze, Mike Plus the Mechanics, and countless studio projects. But this was his first defining moment. Smooth, sharp, and still unforgettable. If you enjoyed this trip back to 1975, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your favorite forgotten hits in the comments. Because sometimes, the songs history forgets are the ones worth remembering most.
We know that